বাংলার এক বিশিষ্ট সমাজ সংস্কারক সপ্তর্ষি নাগ মহাশয়ের লেখা বই মেক ইট বিগ ক্র্যাকিং গভর্নমেন্ট ইন্টারভিউজ ইন কর্পোরেট স্টাইল নিয়ে আমাদের এই এপিসোড। কঠিনতম ইন্টারভিউয়েও কত সহজে উত্তীর্ণ হওয়া যায় তাহা এই বইয়ে সামগ্রিকভাবে তুলে ধরা হয়েছে। আশা করি আপনাদের এই অডিও বুক সাহায্য করবে। শুরু হচ্ছে মেক ইট বিগ। আজকের বিষয় চ্যাপ্টার 3 দ্য ইন্টারভিউয়ার। কোটেশন: টেল মি অ্যাবাউট ইয়োর সেলফ। হোয়েন ইন্টারভিউয়ার্স আস্ক দিস, they don't want to hear about everything that has happened in your life. The interviewer's objective is to see how you respond to this vague yet personal question. Quotation close. Dr. Travis Bradbury. The basic problem every job seeker faces before an interview is the scare factor of the interviewers. How do they look like? How do they behave? How many of them will be in the panel? All these questions keep your common sense so clouded that we tend to forget that they are also human beings like us. It has been seen that one of the most common cause of getting rejected in an interview is the overpowering array the interviewee has in mind for the interviewer, even before the actual meeting took place. Let us see the reality. An interviewer is, number 1, a normal human being like us. Number 2, he has emotions like other mortals. Number 3, he has his good and bad days. Number 4, he too might have had his bad days of worry in the past. Number 5, most possibly he did not have enough time to prepare himself for the interview. Now, let's see what makes him different from others. All these interpolations are based on highest probable factors. Deviations are not taken into considerations. Number 1, he expects something to gain from the interviews. 2, he has some expectations from the candidate he is interviewing. 3, his emotional intelligence that has earned him the chair. 4, he has the eyes and the ears to recognize the uniqueness. 5, he is waiting for you to guide him during the course of the interview. Now, let's dig deeper into these aspects carefully. The most distinguishing feature that makes a candidate successful in an interview is his yearning to make it a very positive learning experience. As I have already told you, if your mind is clouded in the fear for the interviewer, you are losing a lifetime opportunity to enrich yourself. The first thing you need to do before the interview is a bit of mind cleansing. You need the fear factor replaced by the eagerness to learn. Do a bit of soliloquy. Tell yourself that they are not demons, that you will be eaten up alive. Rather, they are very learned, wise individuals who are expecting you to be at your best. The interviewer has a very high level of emotional intelligence level, which makes a temperamental person a vulnerable prey during the interview. There are examples when a candidate has been asked a bit offensive questions. There are cases when the first thing the candidate encountered upon entering the interview room was the scene that the lady was actually smoking a cigarette. The candidate was shocked at the scene, and seeing his body language, he was summarily shown the exit. Moral of the story: do not be judgmental. Keep your emotions in your purse, not on your face. Give time a bit more time. The most important aspect is facing an interview is being wise enough to know that you are capable of guiding the interview in your favorable direction. In nearly 80% of the cases, each interviewer has just 1 or 2 questions in mind for the candidate. It is the candidate's answers that open up the roads for the plethora of questions to follow. A guy was once asked who his favorite singer was. He had boldly replied, Himesh Reshmiya. The interviewer was a bit taken aback. The next obvious question was the reason behind such a bizarre answer. It gradually led to questions related to music. The guy was in fact well prepared for the questions, and he actually secured a very high rank in the examination. He honestly earned his job. On the contrary, in an interview, a candidate was asked who his favorite character from history was. His sharp reply was Lord Rama. I'm not going to divulge what the questions to follow are or what happened to the candidate. You are wise enough to know. In the interviews for a good government job, you can expect a board of 4 or 5 members. The numbers may be given more to add the fair value. One of the members is the chairperson of the board. In IAS or state civil service examinations, you can expect him or her to be the chairperson of UPSC or PSC. 1 or 2 of the members may be senior bureaucrats or diplomats. 1 or 2 of the members may be academicians of the highest level. You can also expect 1 psychologist in the panel. So, if by any chance you have in mind that you are clever enough to trick the board, you can be rest assured that they have seen thousands of such candidates in their career. You should rather be thankful for getting such a lifetime opportunity to meet these gems of individuals and make your mind ready to grab the most of it. Make it an experience to cherish forever. So, following are the do's to handle an interviewer with care. Number 1, be respectful of the interviewer. 2, be humble. 3, keep a very positive mindset. 4, expect something new to learn. 5, be yourself. And here is the list of don'ts. Number 1, do not be judgmental. Number 2, do not be overawed by the appearance or the gesture of the interviewer. 3, do not try to trick the interviewer. Number 4, do not talk more than you are expected. 5, do not fake or lie. You will be caught. Now, it's the time to answer the questionnaires. Rules remain the same as before. Time limit is 10 minutes. Question number 1, have you faced an interview in life? 2, what was the most difficult question in that interview? 3, assuming yourself an interviewer, what are the 3 qualities you want to find in a candidate? 4, assuming yourself an interviewer, suppose you have 2 candidates of almost equal IQ. How would you select one of them? And the last question, what is emotional intelligence in layman's term? গল্প পাঠে আমি প্রিন্স আজকের জন্য এখানেই শেষ করছি। ভালো লাগলে অবশ্যই লাইক করতে ভুলবেন না। আপনার একটা লাইক আমাকে আপনার মতো আরও অনেক মূল্যবান শ্রোতার কাছে পৌঁছে দিতে পারে। এই অসাধারণ লেখকের চ্যানেল ভিজিট করতে চাইলে ডেসক্রিপশনে দেওয়া লিঙ্কের মাধ্যমে আপনি পৌঁছে যেতে পারেন। সপ্তর্ষি নাগ মহাশয়কে আবার একবার ধন্যবাদ জানিয়ে আজকের এপিসোড এখানেই শেষ করছি। ধন্যবাদ। স্টে টিউন ফর নেক্সট চ্যাপ্টার।